presentation of the NBA.
All right. Welcome to Game 3 of Kings Thunder. So far this series, Oklahoma City's up 2-0. Hopefully we'll see a more competitive game today. I am your play-by-play guy, BJ Bren 17, owner of the Boston Celtics, and here with me today is Kid Monotone. Say hello, Kid.
Hello.
All right, so coming up in this game, we have big lineups for both these teams, which we've seen so far in the series. For the Sacramento Kings, we have not Dennis Smith Jr., though I would love to see Dennis Smith Jr. play. We have Kendrick Nunn at shooting guard. Who they got at shooting guard again? I already forgot.
That would be Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins, Michael Porter Jr., Rashawn Holmes, and Jusuf Nurkic. For OKC, we've got John Morant, Eric Gordon, Jonathan Isaac, Nikola Jokic, and JaVale McGee. I like how I said it, and then the lineups came up just as I finished. So, the Kings were predicted by many people to upset this series, but it's been a one-way traffic for Oklahoma City so far. So, how do you think the Sacramento Kings are going to fare today back at home?
Well, I think they'll probably keep it a little more competitive. And we've seen stretches of competitive basketball from them in the first half of the first couple games. But
Kid, you're coming in a little quiet, kid. You want to turn your mic up, maybe.
We'll see what I can do. But the talent differential here is noticeable.
That's better.
Okay, awesome. The Kings just not quite on par with the Thunder, so they're going to have to work the ball around, get good ball movement, use their size advantage to control the boards and lock them down on defense as best as they're able.
Well, as we saw John Morant with the first bucket for Oklahoma City, and now we have a defensive 3-second violation on the Joker himself, who is playing the power forward position. Michael Porter Jr. gets the free throw. He puts it in. So I'm hoping to see some more defense than we've seen in the last few games, because last game was 133 to 127. The Bucks game yesterday was like 150 to 135. So, I'm a fan of some defense. Hopefully we'll get some defense in this game.
Absolutely, and I think we will, because I feel like both of these teams in a lot of ways are tailored to be more defensive-oriented, especially this Kings team. I think one thing working in their favor is there's not a lot of shooting in this Thunder starting lineup, and
as Eric Gordon makes the three.
That's true, but beyond Eric Gordon, you look at John Morant. He's a decent shooter, but Jokic, he can sort of step out. But really, if I'm the Kings, I'm going to want to force the Thunder to take the ball inside, which you think they're probably going to want to do a lot of anyways. And that's where they have all this size to hopefully counter.
I don't know. Maybe with the lineup out there, they'd want to force them to take threes, see if they can make them.
Oh, exactly. That's just true. That's what I was going for. I'm a little frazzled today.
It's all right, man. Eric Gordon takes the mid-range, no good. Rebound by John Morant, and he puts it back in. John Morant, early presence on the offensive boards.
And we're really seeing him develop into that second true star for this team. We all know about Jokic. He's an MVP candidate, and he's a huge part of why this team was able to surpass the Warriors late in the season. But John Morant's been putting up huge numbers in these first two games here, and we'll look to see if that continues.
Terrific steal by Jonathan Isaac. And Isaac going to work on Michael Porter Jr. here. Passes back out to Eric Gordon. Over to John Morant. He gets an open three. He hits it. Early 10-3 lead for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kendrick Nunn back up on the other side. Kings have not had much offense going for them early here. Michael Porter Jr. trying to do something. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Jonathan Isaac with terrific defense there. Isaac back down on the other side. Passes to John Morant. Morant sizing Nunn up. John Isaac.
Ooh.
good over Kendrick Nunn. I meant Andrew Wiggins, who he was sizing up.
Any offensive production this team can get out of Jonathan Isaac is a big benefit because he's not out there because he's a prolific offensive player. Not much of a jump shot, not a great handler. He's really on there to be a big defensive presence. So good for him getting in the flow offensively.
And he's playing very good defense on Michael Porter Jr. so far. As we see Andrew Wiggins, Sacramento probably needs to exploit that matchup the most. But Eric Gordon is the best defender, and Andrew Wiggins may be their best offensive player, him or Jusuf Nurkic. But Wiggins, we saw him score a lot of points in Game 1, even in a blowout. I'm not sure how many he scored in Game 2, but he's one of the focal points of their offense. No good there from Nikola Jokic. Back to Andrew Wiggins. Driving on Eric Gordon. Passes back out to Kendrick Nunn. Nunn over to Andrew. Wiggins misses the shot. Isaac playing small forward. I believe he's about 6'9" or 6'10". He's a long boy.
Absolutely. And they're finding ways to get him some mismatches. Somehow it seems like guards are ending up on him several times already in the action. So maybe we'll look to see him post up a little bit more frequently.
Well, an early timeout for Sacramento. Ed Davis has checked into the game early here, only 4 minutes in. They like their bigs.
Absolutely. And Ed Davis, a guy who's kind of been in and out of the rotation throughout the season, getting some burn here.
Well, the Kings are known for not setting the rotation very often. But I wonder if Meme made any changes. I seriously doubt it. I don't know. I doubt he's even watching, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would either.
Ja Morant back out to Nikola Jokic, wide open for three. And he's going to take those if Sacramento lets him take those.
And I know the Thunder are hoping to see that kind of pick and pop action for years to come.
You know, Stream Jokic is much more of a scoring-oriented player than real-life Jokic. So we have an and one on the other end from the man himself, Jonathan Isaac. He gets to go, a 20-8 lead, not even halfway through the first quarter for OKC. We've got point MPJ here. Not sure about this strategy as he nearly gets the ball stripped. He's now cold. Kendrick Nunn looking for some sort of offense. Nope, he gets stripped by John Isaac, who has been everywhere so far today. Ja Morant pulls up. Good shot from Ja Morant.
And this kid just blows me away. You think about where he was this time just a little over a year ago playing basketball games in the Ohio Valley Conference after he played off.
Is this Matt or Kid Monotone with the college facts?
Oh, I love me some college basketball, my man.
I do too, but not until February. Anyways, back to the game. Kendrick Nunn gives it to Andrew Wiggins as John Isaac has caught fire. Andrew Wiggins gets inside, takes about a 4-foot jumper.
And they're going to need that. They not a lot of brilliant shot creators on this team's lineup, but Andrew Wiggins definitely among the best. And if they're not getting much at the rim, then Andrew Wiggins might be their best bet to get the offense going.
Eric Gordon misses on that one as Andrew Wiggins gets on the fast break. You know 2K's transition defense, that's an easy gun. Ja Morant. Back on the other end, 10-point lead for OKC. Kings have made a couple buckets in a row. Back into John Isaac, who is again on a smaller defender. Misses that one, though. I feel like Kendrick Nunn's been guarding Jonathan Isaac way too much in this game.
Yeah.
And Rashawn Holmes with the putback slam. 6-0 run for Sacramento here. They are going to need to keep it close.
Kind of a old school feel with these two lineups. You have both teams with two kind of slow, not very mobile guys who are probably more comfortable playing center out there. If this were 2008, you'd probably be more inclined to see lineups like these. But this is more of a rarity with Rashawn Holmes at the 4 and Jokic at the 4 as well.
Yeah, for sure. And Jokic probably not the most used to playing power forward, but in 2K you can certainly use the two big lineup to your advantage, like us with Drummond and Boban as we've been using lately. Not that
Like
it's
us
worked,
with
not
Taj
that it's
Gibson
worked to our
and Wood.
advantage, but still. Kendrick Nunn. Screen set by Rashawn Holmes. Kendrick Nunn, the shot, no good. Eric Gordon lobs it to JaVale McGee, who has not showed up much until then, but he's been in the whole time, in case you were wondering. Kendrick Nunn. Over to Andrew Wiggins, who is wide open for three, but misses. Yeah, Wiggins has to hit those kind of shots if he wants to keep Sacramento in the game.
For sure, for sure. As far as shooting, he's one of the best, not only on the Kings, but really in the whole game between the two starting lines.
Well, Jokic has been getting some shots inside. He goes to the free throw line for two, hits them both.
I'm no math major, BJ, but I do know that the Thunder are on pace to maybe even eclipse their totals from the first two games as far as scoring.
I am pretty disappointed in the Kings' defense so far, I will say that. As Michael Porter Jr. hits a fadeaway jumper, that's a nice shot. Michael Porter Jr. for 2 years now has been a big part of this Kings team. Just another easy basket for John Morant. If this continues, we could be looking at another blowout on our hands.
Absolutely. It's starting early this time.
Hopefully the Kings will be able to reel it back in.
Not the start the fans in Sacramento could have been hoping for when this series came back to California.
I know you are one of the sole Thunder believers before the playoffs started.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people bought into the hype of what happened last year, Thunder's historic playoff record, but it's a new year and it's a new team, to be quite honest. Kyle, one of the more aggressive personnel guys in the league. This roster's been more or less overhauled since last season, along with the addition of John Morant.
Yes, completely. I believe Kyle said the Thunder do not have one player from last year's roster.
My goodness.
So we have DJ Augustine, who's checked in for Sacramento Kings. He is immediately going to the free throw line. Hopefully he won't be matched up onto Jonathan Isaac as he misses a free throw.
Perhaps not.
Josh Hart also in the game, in the background there.
And I like the Kings' rotation. They've got one of the best benches in the league, I think, which is a strength of theirs. Because when you have a team that's predicated around, Nurkic and Wiggins and Michael Porter Jr., you're going to have a deep bench if you're wanting to continue to score and keep up with some teams, which they're really not doing right now. I think if this team just had one other star, like a John Morant or Nikola Jokic, they'd be
one other star.
One of the contenders in the West. But as is, not enough firepower to keep up with a team like the Thunder or the Warriors.
Well, not many can keep up with the Warriors, but we have seen the Mavericks be able to keep up with the Warriors for 2 games straight. An unfortunate loss for them. It was a very close game. I know you're not a Mavericks fan, so we'll leave that topic and come back to this game. Nikola Jokic at the free throw line. Hits both shots. Back on the other end, DJ Augustine running the point. Rudy Gay's first minutes here. He's probably their best player off the bench. He's going to have to do some scoring today for the Kings because they're not getting much out of their starting lineup yet.
Absolutely. Maybe this was 2010 Rudy Gay. It'd be a little bit different situation, but I'm not sure he can put together production to get him back in this one.
Good steal there from DJ Augustine. Augustine stripped.
Ball's
John
a little, slippery today.
Yes, it is. John Isaac to John Morant. John Morant lays it in. Jonathan Isaac has been everywhere today, as has John Morant. Those are probably the two guys leading the charge for OKC, though Jokic has made a few buckets as well. DJ Augustine over Nikola Jokic is never going to happen in his entire lifetime.
Jokic running the points.
Oh, I like it.
Break.
They're going to start toying with him. John Morant, no good. No one's there for the rebound, and one for Nikola Jokic.
Yikes.
Looking for a 20-point lead in the first quarter as Lou Williams is in the game. Now Montrezl Harrell checks in the game for Oklahoma City. Jokic bricks the free throw. The 20-point lead is saved for now. Landry Shamet has checked in the game for Sacramento.
Good D by Jokic.
They find him. Not a chance there.
Jokic got caught out on an island against DJ Augustine, but didn't let him get right.
Absolutely incredible defense by Josh Hart there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are seeing defense from one side, as I mentioned in the game, but not from the other.
Oh.
Rudy Gay hits the three after the block. That's the only offense the Kings can seem to find right now. John Morant, still in the game. He's been in the whole quarter, and he gets an easy layup. I'm just still imagining the Detroit Pistons, Zion, John Morant, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen lineup. Like that could have been something special. I know they don't have Jared Allen anymore, but they did.
Absolutely. And not even necessarily this year, because they had a talented roster this year. It didn't go anywhere with it, but certainly a team to like in the future.
Yes, I believe they have Carmelo Anthony as well. Jokic misses the jumper. Still a 20-point lead. Back on the other end. 3 seconds left. Rudy Gay fading. What is he doing? How did he make that? I am not sure.
Into Morant. I'm not sure why.
That was the strangest green release I've ever seen. I'm not even sure if it counted. And the verdict is... it did not count. That's absolutely devastating for the Kings, as they're being doubled up right now.
Well, BJ, here's some analysis for you. The Thunder have 40 points in one quarter. There's 4 quarters in a basketball game. That's a 160-point pace, and I don't think you can lose very easily when you score 160 points.
No, you really can't. Maybe the 80s, some of the teams in the 80s, the Denver Nuggets from the 80s, about the only team that can lose scoring 160. But an and one for Sacramento. Josh Hart looking to cut it all the way down to 15. Hits it. 40-25. Quick 5-0 start for Sacramento here in the second quarter.
And you at least want to get the fans back into it a little. You don't want to see people headed for the exits in the second quarter. So get some baskets, string a couple together, get some stops, and maybe at least you'll have the crowd behind you. Use that home court to your advantage.
True. Sacramento definitely known for their raucous crowds. Eric Gordon back on the other end here. He's made a couple shots. Good passage of Vail McGee, who for some reason doesn't take the easy layup or dunk. Instead passes that to Lou Williams for a contested shot. Jusuf Nurkic in the rebound. Augustine had someone over there open in the corner. Missed him. Augustine to Rudy Gay, backing down the smaller defender. That's been a theme on the other end, but this time the Kings get a favorable matchup and an easy bucket for Rudy Gay. 7 points for him so far. Maybe he'll channel his inner 2010 self.
Perhaps.
7-0 start for Sacramento. They seem to have made some nice adjustments to their game plan here in the second quarter. Definitely definitely meant to do that.
John Moran off the floor. At least it's a chance here for the Kings to continue to go on a little bit of a run. But even
Jokic
the
off the floor as well, yeah.
that's true. But if I'm the Thunder, you really have the luxury of leaving Ja out there for a long stretch because then you can sit him back down for a good chunk of the second quarter because you have Goran Dragic, you have Lou Williams both coming off the bench. Two guys that can handle, that can shoot, that can distribute. So you really aren't in too big of a pickle with no Ja out there.
Nope, but if Eric Gordon's hitting his shots, it's trouble for Sacramento. And Jusuf Nurkic is fouled by McGee. Kind of leaned into that one, got a little bailed out, but that's okay. He'll go to the line. Look like someone returning to the game for OKC. Oh, is that Matisse Thybulle coming into the game? Goran Dragic also in. Screen step by Harrell. Montrezl Harrell bullying Nurkic. Misses the shot, gets the easy rebounds.
Second chance opportunity is what Harrell's all about. And how many teams, partner, have a pair coming off the bench? Not even a pair, a trio like Harrell and Dragic and Lou Williams like the Thunder do. It's truly amazing.
Nobody does. And that's what makes the Thunder so versatile and so good. They've got a lot of guys off the bench that can come in and contribute at a high level. Outside of Jokic, they don't necessarily have the most star power. Obviously, with in the West, Golden State and the Lakers both have a lot of star power. But OKC, if they can play like they have in this series, they'll give the Lakers in the second round definitely a run for their money. And with home court advantage, they may even be the favorite. Who knows?
For sure. And it's really not a good matchup for the Lakers, in my opinion. This is a Thunder team that's physical, that's tough, that can bang it inside. Not really the Lakers style of players. They have a lot of shooters and a lot of spacing.
They do have this unicorn guy who's pretty big, but not known for his interior presence as much.
And we even saw Embiid tearing apart the Lakers inside last matchup. I can only imagine in a potential next round series, Jokic going against that front line of the Lakers.
Yep, for sure. Jusuf Nurkic laying it in. I'm not sure what JaVale McGee was trying to do there. He tried to take a charge for some reason. Easy layup for Nurkic. The Kings looking to bring three guys in off the bench here. Oh, Josh Hart almost strips Goran Dragic. Dragic driving to the rim. Easy layup for Goran. Rudy Gay decided not to help, even after running over to help, to not put his hands up around. DJ Augustine back on the offensive end. They're going to try to get an open shot for Landry Shamet. He's been quiet so far. Shamet, that's not good, but Jusuf Nurkic misses a layup. Cannot be having those in a game like this. Foul on DJ Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
Kings make a big swap here. Lou Williams driving. Montrezl Harrell into Jokic. Jokic is fouled by Rashawn. Jokic got the ball and immediately tried to put it up. 12 points for Jokic here early on in the game. About midway through the second quarter, he hasn't needed to score that much, though. The Thunder haven't released Stream Jokic yet. They haven't needed to.
Not quite. Not with John Morant and even Jonathan Isaac playing the way they are.
Jonathan Isaac's been very impressive today. Lou Williams back on the other end after another miss, but it's stripped by Rashawn Holmes. Running the break, Rashawn Holmes, the big man.
Look at him go, big fella. And he was the backup center for this Kings team for a good chunk of the year, if I'm not mistaken. But here he is, getting a start in these playoffs and making his impact.
A completely unnecessary foul on Junior there. If he picks up his third, that'll be one to look back on and just grimace. Thibault is stripped by Shamit. Lots of steals today. Guy's not taking care of the ball very much. Andrew Wiggins driving to the hole, takes a little midi. Rebound by Rashawn Holmes. He misses it.
He worked too hard not to get the bucket there. It's too bad for these Kings that are trying to get back in this game.
Back on the offensive end is Jokic, and he's fouled for, I believe, what is the fourth time today? Rashawn Holmes has 3 personal fouls, so despite his good play, he is in foul trouble here.
Looks like the coach is going to keep him out there, though.
Yep, staying in the game. Looks like the Kings have their entire starting lineup back in it, it would appear. Kendrick Nunn takes the 3, hits it. The Kings cut it all the way down to 16. Their fans are going absolutely bonkers. Ja Morant has also checked in back into the game for Oklahoma City. Jokic in the post, misses that one. Good defense by Rashawn Holmes. Way to play defense without fouling there. Nunn drives. Porter Jr. Shot. Good.
Good offense. Foot on the line, though.
Yes. Now they're saying he had a foot on the line. And a block by Rashawn Holmes. He's got takeover. Maybe the tide's turning a little bit here. Back on the other. Never mind. Matisse Thybulle misses it. Nikola Jokic back up and not in. Rashawn Holmes has been playing great defense here in the second quarter, and it's stolen. Landry Shamet trying to do some silly dribble moves, and they did not pay off. Ja Morant does those exact same dribble moves instead. Oh, wow. A block by Rashawn Holmes. Incredible effort by Rashawn Holmes here in the second quarter. Kendrick Nunn is stripped. So many steals going on here is Rashawn Holmes with a great defensive play. Unbelievable defense, and Jokic puts it back in. Not even stream god Rashawn Holmes can do that. Andrew Wiggins. Trying to get it to Holmes in the post, it looks like. Nope. Holmes comes up for the screen. Andrew Wiggins says, "This is my team." And he missed.
Not quite.
Jokic. Point Jokic again. Nope, back to Ja Morant. They immediately go back to Jokic in the post. Jokic. Pass to Ja. Yep. Great play by OKC with their 2 stars. 19 points here for Ja. Just a light workout. Kings call for a timeout as they had briefly gotten back into the game just a little bit with Rashawn Holmes showing off his defensive skill set, but Thunder quickly took the air out of the arena once again.
And there's just not much that this Kings team can do when the Thunder have their starters out there.
Kendrick Nunn. Around the screen from Nurkic. Nunn, what is he doing? Another turnover for Sacramento. Looks like he tried to pass at the last second. It did not work out. Nikola Jokic being guarded by Nurkic and Wiggins and the whole team, apparently. Back out to Eric Gordon for an open 3. Missed that one. Nurkic with the board. Augustine. Looks like The Kings have brought some of their bench guys back, and they're running a 2 point guard lineup now with Kendrick Nunn and DJ Augustine. Nunn, no good. Offense a bit stagnant for Sacramento lately. Not just lately, whole series. Montrezl Harrell in the post being guarded by Nunn, but gets an open three for Gordon again. Missed again. Harrell blocked by Nurkic. Rudy Gay out to DJ Augustine. Kings need to run some plays or something. Nothing seems to be working for them on offense. They are turning the ball over a lot. Wiggins for three. Hits it. That's a big three for them.
It's something.
They want to hope to get it back down to 10 or 12 going into the half. That would be manageable. Eric Gordon to Jokic. He pulls it. He missed. Probably an ill-advised shot from Jokic, but up 15 maybe he felt. Why not? Wiggins to Gay, and Gay slams it home. 14-point game. Sacramento just chipping away, slowly chipping away at the lead. It was at 22 at one point, I believe.
Yeah, and Ja cooling off a little bit from his early start, so it's going down.
Jokic taking another three, missed another. Looks like they were going for the 2-for-1 opportunity there. It's the rationale, but Jokic has been missing some shots here. Rudy Gay, guarded by Ja Morant. Apparently he wants no part of that. Despite the height advantage, DJ Augustine pulls up, hits it. An 11-point lead. And Ja Morant back on the other end. Trying to drive in. Nurkic is there. Good rebound. DJ Augustine will not take the shot. Does not want to ruin his field goal percentage. And a good half. I don't think we have an interview for this game, so
You're right.
I had checked the schedule before, and there was no one listed. Hopefully, at some point in the series, we can get an interview with Meme, as we have not had one yet. He doesn't seem to be too interested.
Might not have a lot of opportunities left there.
That's true, but a good little run there from Sacramento at the end of the half to make this a more interesting game for sure.
What's up, guys?
Oh, Kyle is here. What's up, Kyle? How do you think that first half went?
It was pretty good. I would have liked to hang on to that 20-point lead going into the half, but so far I really like what I see, both offensively and defensively.
Did you do anything different in terms of your game plan this game from the first two? I know it's easy to just sit there and rest your laurels after winning the first two games so easily.
Yeah, we we actually adjusted some settings on Porter Jr. and Wiggins. Porter Jr. was getting to the line too much in game 2, and we wanted to stop going under screens on Wiggins, as he's proved to hit the 3 on this series, so we kind of wanted to adjust those matchups on those players and really focus that this game.
Are you worried at all about defensive guard Rashawn?
No, he actually picked up his 3rd foul in that second quarter, so hopefully we can focus on getting him fouled out. He's been a huge part of their team tonight.
Kid, any questions for Kyle?
I've noticed Jonathan Isaac has made a little bit more of an impact offensively. Was that any intentional decision on your part?
Well, the truth is that he's 6'11" in the game, so he's gonna find his own attempts. More importantly, what he's doing on the defensive end, I think completely canceling out Michael Porter Jr. And as you said, that offense is really helpful to our team.
And anything else to say before we get back to the half? Or to the game?
Nope. Go Thunder.
All right. That was Thunder owner Kyle talking about the success of his team so far as we go back into the second half. See, perfectly timed.
Beautiful.
Kings will start with the ball. Andrew Wiggins running the point. How do you feel about Point Wiggins?
Well, they got to try something. I do think he might be the most talented shot creator on this team. So if they just put the ball directly in his hands, maybe that'll lead to more Wiggins buckets.
Well, interestingly enough, the Kings start the second half with 2 point guards. They go DJ Augustine and Kendrick Nunn here. I'm not sure if they've been doing that in games past, but that's an interesting development here as we see Kendrick Nunn guarding Eric Gordon. Jokic takes another 3, misses another. And it looks like. Go ahead.
I would like to see Jokic assert himself down low a little bit more. They're starting to fall in love a little bit with that pick and pop, and I think his bread and butter, as we all know, is being maybe the best inside scoring post player in the league.
Yeah, and for sure, Sacramento looks completely content to let him take those 3s, but an easy lob in there to JaVale McGee pushes the OKC lead back to double digits. Nurkic out in the perimeter, not sure that's what you want. Augustine in the corner, brings to Nurkic, he is fouled by Jokic. Jokic seems pretty pissed at the refs. Looks like he wanted to fight.
Ooh.
Nurkic hits the first, hits the second. 9-point lead for OKC. The Kings continuing their good second quarter play here in this very start of the third. Ja Morant's got to get himself going. He kind of disappeared in the second quarter there. Jokic no good, but JaVale McGee just too big, too strong for Sacramento right now. Augustine. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins with the shot, no good. Wiggins has got to start getting going on the offensive end. As Ja Morant gets the layup. 21 points now for Ja Morant. 67% shooting is sparkling.
Absolutely. Anytime you see him kind of take over in a game rather than Jokic, that's probably going to be game over for the other team.
Kendrick Nunn pulls a 3, no good. John Isaac with the board. He didn't play too much in the second quarter, but he has made his impact known while he's in the game. Andrew Wiggins trying to drive on Eric Gordon. Instead, he pulls a fadeaway and hits it.
Very nice.
They're going to need a lot of buckets from Andrew Wiggins today if they want to have a chance to win the game. Ja Morant misses too many offensive rebounds. The Kings need to get on the glass.
They're a big team. You'd think they wouldn't be struggling on the offensive boards this much.
Well, and an illegal screen on Andrew Wiggins there. But Holmes did not start the second half. They instead went with 2 point guards. They actually ran a fairly small lineup to start the third, and I'm not sure how that's been going for them because they've been dominated on the glass. However, good defense there from Michael Porter Jr. He gets it out to Wiggins. He's open. He hits it. That's a long 2. You know what they say. He had a foot on the line.
Say?
He had a foot on the line, man. He passes out to an open Eric Gordon. Splashes the 3. 14-point lead now for OKC. 8 minutes remaining in the third as the Kings take a timeout. The Thunder just keeping their lead pretty far. Keep it in double digits. That's and almost a steal there for OKC. They get it back. The Kings get it back as Wiggins gets it into Kendrick. Nunn is fouled by Eric Gordon. Kings have been getting to the line a lot more here to start the third.
Mm-hmm. And as a whole, the offense certainly coming around for the Kings, but just not really getting the stops they need and allowing too many second chance opportunities for the Thunder.
That's the main thing. If they can get on the boards, and I think Rashawn Holmes will be back at some point here in this quarter, then they could really get back into this game. It's only a 12-point lead now. Nope. That's not it. Jonathan Isaac back on the other end. Oh, great defensive play by Andrew Wiggins. But Ja Morant just goes right over him. Despite the size difference. Yeah, when Dante Exum's playing in a playoff game, that may be a problem.
The Exum Ed Davis combo, maybe not your favorite option out there.
It's the dynamic duo. Wiggins misses, good board by Nurkic. Now you got to make that. Gets another one, puts it back up, misses again, but he's fouled that time. Jusuf Nurkic showing his skill by bricking 2 straight layups. And then makes 2 free throws. Ja Morant looking to keep OKC firmly ahead. Ja takes a 3. That was pretty deep, actually. Missed that one. None over to Exum, who does a spin move. Nice move by Dante Exum. Was not exactly expecting to see Exum in this game, but maybe a good move by Sacramento.
Yeah, a 2-0 deficit in a playoff series certainly brings out the ingenuity of some coaches.
Calls for desperate measures as JaVale McGee goes out, shoots a 3, misses that. 3rd foul on Jokic. That may be something to look at if he picks up his 4th. Exum. Point guard, as they call it. And he immediately... he basically gave the ball to Jokic there. Jokic finds an open Jonathan Isaac, who misses because the defense of Rashawn Holmes is just so stifling. Nurkic backing down Ja Morant. This should be easy money for him. Made it difficult on himself, but still made it.
A point game, partner. Here we go.
Lou Williams in. That his true partner is, Rashawn Holmes with a block. Kendrick Nunn back on the other end. They could cut it to 6 or even 5 here. We've got Rashawn Holmes the mismatch. Holmes fading away. Why? Just go and bully him. Ja Morant driving on Exum, blocked by Dante Exum. Exum back on the other end. Drives past Ja Morant. Exum, no good. Nurkic with the board. He's on takeover. He puts it back in. A 6-point game. And this is what the fans came to see.
Absolutely. It's do or die time for the Kings, and right now they are doing.
And this is what everyone in the NBN came to see. Lou Williams fades away. That's not going in. Rebound, Andrew Wiggins. Kendrick Nunn gets a lane. It's in. 4-point game.
And this is reminding me of that Game 3 of the Lakers-Nuggets just a couple days ago.
The Thunder.
The comeback is as successful for the Kings as it was for the Lakers.
The Thunder head coach decides they need a timeout, which is definitely much needed. We'll see if they can. They've lost their offensive rhythm, which they had almost all the first half.
And one thing you have to like as well for the Kings is they're doing this with the Thunder starters on the floor. Once Jokic and Morant inevitably, you would think, have to come off the floor, or at least Jokic, that's when your bench should really be able to maintain this momentum. Because there's really not much of a talent differential between the two benches.
Yeah, for sure. And as you mentioned earlier in the game, Sacramento definitely has one of the best benches in the league. And there you go. Rudy Gay has put up a bunch of points in this game. And whoa, okay. Good pass. It's now a 2-point game, as I believe Sacramento is now on a 10-0 run. Matisse Thybulle misses a jumper. They are straying from the game plan on the offensive end. Josh Hart over to Dante Exum, who has probably the best plus-minus, because ever since he's come in, they have been dominant. Exum to Nurkic. No! He could have tied it. All he had to do was drop it in. In the corner for 3. Matisse Thybulle. Oh, wait. Now they're saying he had a foot on the line. Josh Hart gets the screen from Holm. Hart over to Exum. Exum on the perimeter. Driving to the hole. Exum, no good.
Not quite. Probably not the offense they want.
No, definitely not. Looks like we have a couple platoon switches because there's a lot of guys coming in. Nikola Jokic putting some moves on, and that's a great move from Nikola Jokic and a great shot. Dante Exum. Dante Exum. To Rudy Gay. Gay fades away. No good. Rebound Nurkic. Blocked. Puts it back up. Oh my goodness. How many layups has he missed?
Well, you don't want to let this get back out of hand if you're the Kings, especially now the crowd is back into it. You just want to take some smart shots. Use your
And
offense.
Rashawn Holmes embodying God himself with another block as Dante Exum goes full hero ball. That's not the shot the Kings wanted. John Morant back on the other end. Fouled. Almost an and one. He'll go to the line for 2. Just the last few offensive possessions for the Thunder have been much improved. And for the Kings, they need to get back to what they've been doing earlier in this quarter.
I think they need Andrew Wiggins back in their game, if I'm being honest. He was a huge part of how they even closed this gap.
What in the world was that? Josh Hart had an easy layup, and instead he does whatever that. That was an abomination of a basketball move. Lots of switches here for OKC. Lou Williams still in the game. However, we have John Isaac slams it down.
Beautiful dime there by Williams.
Yep, back up to a 9-point lead now, and Sacramento has to stop the bleeding. The fans have gone silent again. Almost. Not quite. Rudy Gay stolen. Lou Williams on the break. It's 2K. It's an easy bucket. Of course. Rudy Gay passes into DJ Augustine. Gay, that's a long 2. He had a foot on the line. He did not have a foot on the line. That was a 3. I'm wrong literally every time. Goran Dragic has not gotten that much run in this game, but he's made his kind of effective. Nah, no good there. J. Augustine. Josh Hart out on the center thing, whatever. DJ Augustine for 3, no good.
Would have been big.
Lou Williams lays it in and back to a 10-point lead for Oklahoma City. Augustine's going to look for the last shot for Sacramento here. Fans are pretty silent. Augustine will just take a 3, no good. Yeah, not a good end to the quarter for Sacramento, and what looked like a very promising signs for them.
Yeah,
After,
I brought up the Nuggets-Lakers Game 3 just a minute ago. Kind of the same problem for the underdog Nuggets in that series. They just got out of the rhythm of what got them success. They stopped taking good shots. They stopped moving the ball around. And really just the offense kind of bogged down.
so, OKC is looking pretty good to go up 3-0 to join Cleveland and Milwaukee, I believe, is the two teams that are up 3-0. I believe that's it. I could be wrong. Am I missing anyone?
I don't believe so.
All right. There you have it. Lou Williams driving in for 2. Point MPJ again. The Kings seem to love that.
Truly.
Nurkic backing down Nikola Jokic, former teammates on the Denver Nuggets. No good.
Still no
Nurkic
Andrew Wiggins. I think they got to get Wiggins back in there if they want to keep him.
His foot was on the line, but it's starting to get out of hand again. 14-point lead, and Wiggins is much needed right now. You know, it's not much needed is Point Landry Shamet.
Maybe not.
Shamet gets a 3, though. He can shoot. He misses. Rebound Nurkic. Cannot put it back in. However, there is a foul on JaVale McGee. And he misses the free throw. Kings absolutely have to make their free throws if they want any chance to win this game. They've done a very good job so far, but it has not contributed to the scoreboard too much. Jokic fouled by Michael Porter Jr. Gets caught in the pump fake. No sign of Andrew Wiggins. Josh Hart is seeing way too much time and he's doing absolutely nothing. Same with Landry Shamet.
DJ Augustine getting a lot of burn too. I'm not really sure why.
They seem to be playing their bench unit just about as much as their starting unit.
You know, fun fact about DJ Augustine. DJ actually stands for Daryl Gerard, which starts with a G rather than a J.
That's very interesting. I did not know that. Thanks for that, Nugget kid.
I tried.
4 fouls in JaVale McGee. Not that it matters. They've got about 10 players they can throw out there. Nurkic into Michael Porter Jr. They just can't, the Thunder are fouling everyone who's getting an open layup, and that's a good strategy. Make them earn it.
Not sure what Luke Walton's mad about, but here we are.
Well, Luke Walton, believe it or not, in this fictional world, has the same skills as any coach in the NBA. Michael Porter Jr. hits the first free throw. Second one is good. 13-point lead for OKC. Still pretty comfortable for them. Ja Morant, been playing a lot. Going to continue to be playing a lot. John Isaac for 3. No good.
No need for that. Not his game.
Haven't seen him much on offense in the second half. That's not his role. So they were lucky to get some in the first half. Good dunk there from Michael Porter Jr. Williams into Jokic, double teamed. TJ Augustine was guarding Jokic and he fouls him.
Yeah, about as good of a play as you probably could have made there in that situation for DJ Augustine.
Unfortunately, DJ Augustine has not grown a foot in the last couple minutes, so he had to foul Jokic there. Jokic does hit the first one. And the second one is good. Takeover for Jokic now. That is a bad sign for Sacramento. Augustine, dun, 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 dun. DJ Augustine, dun, 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 dun. All right, Michael Porter Jr. on the other end. Good.
Can he make that shot? Yeah. Should he be taking that shot in the fourth quarter of a crucial playoff game? I don't think so.
We'll still notice that Josh Hart and DJ Augustine are both still in the game for some reason, and Landry Shamet as well.
Toying with them. Toying with them.
Jokic, not the most efficient night for him, but still 27 points. Lots of them coming from the free throw line. He's gotten many mismatches. And Nurkic trying to back down Jokic, and he's just missed about 800,000 layups. John Isaac. Driving. Isaac is fouled by Nurkic. There's no need to foul there. You already have 3 guys guarding him. Which, if you think about it, if you have 3 guys guarding him, someone's bound to foul him. Isaac does hit the first one. The second one's good. They stretch it back out to 17. This is and the Kings still have their bench unit in. It's just incredible. Where is Andrew Wiggins?
I'm sure Andrew Wiggins is wondering the same thing.
And he probably thinks if Andrew Wiggins is to play 48 minutes a game, that he probably thinks he should be the superstar at every team. So, be surprised. Good shot there from Michael Porter Jr. though. The rookie in real life, but second year at NBN. JaVale McGee out in the perimeter. Not something you want to hear if you're a Thunder fan. But Jokic, great move. What a move. Nikola Jokic. Great shot. 29 points for him now. Only 12 of them coming in the paint, though.
Mm-hmm.
John Isaac strips MPJ. Isaac on the other end.
Ooh.
Swatted by Nurkic.
And Nurkic came to play today, and he's still out there grinding. I wish for his sake that he got a little more production out of his teammates today, but he's had a pretty excellent game.
And finally, the starting lineup has reappeared, including one Andrew Wiggins. Kendrick Nunn, guarding Ja. Ja Morant stolen. Nunn back to Wiggins. Wiggins driving, takes the mid-range. That's good. Some early offense for Andrew Wiggins there as they cut it back to 15. Ja Morant's open. He's hesitated on that 3. I feel like he should have just gone right up with that. Kendrick Nunn gets a clear lane to the basket. Not sure where the defense was there. Nunn shooting 4 for 10 on the day. JaVale McGee into Jokic. They just keep fouling him. He immediately gets the ball and puts it up, and they just decide to hack. 4 on Rashawn Holmes. Jokic, first one, no good. Maybe it was a good foul. Second one is also no good. Maybe it was a great foul. Kendrick Nunn back up. Kendrick Nunn. I see Wiggins coming around. No good for Andrew Wiggins. John Isaac. Into Jokic. He's open. He lays it in. A 15-point lead for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nunn driving. Yeah, there's just no chance you're going to get that over 6'11" Jonathan Isaac, as was confirmed by Kyle. I said 6'9" or 6'10". He's even taller than I thought he was. Good defense by Rashawn Holmes as Michael Porter Jr. gets the easy slam. Kid, what do you think Sacramento's going to have to do to get back into this game, make it competitive?
Might need to bring back in Dante Exum. No, at this point, probably going to need to make some threes. And unfortunately for the Kings, they're just not a roster that's constructed to make a ton of threes. Wiggins will have to get hot, maybe Michael Porter Jr., but yeah, not if they keep giving up all these easy looks to the Thunder either.
They have to look to their defensive leader, Rashawn Holmes. What is going on? Okay. They just kept zooming in farther and farther up play.
That was interesting.
Goran Dragic is back into the game for the last 6 minutes, it looks like. He really has not played that much. I feel like he's only played like 10 minutes.
But,
Ja being guarded by Yusuf Nurkic here. This is fresh meat for Ja. Drives right by him. Oh, and one.
Tough.
You can't foul him there. He's already by you.
But regarding Dragic, I think the Thunder recognize he's probably one of their 5 best players, and he's a guy they want in there to close the game.
Yeah, for sure. And the strategy's been working for them so far. They haven't even needed it so far. The series is Wiggins hits a 3. He's going to need to hit a few more. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the game. Ja Morant into Isaac. What is that shot? That is an abomination of a shot. Kendrick Nunn to Porter Jr. Lobs it into Rashawn Holmes.
Wow.
Fancy moves there for Sacramento, and then they realize they're still down a
Good vision for Porter there.
great. That was great
just
vision.
Sacramento fans just desperate for anything. They know going down 3-0, pretty much catastrophic in a playoff series. So these last 5 minutes, they're hoping for any sign of life that the Kings may yet keep their season alive.
Unfortunately for them, Rashawn Holmes went for the steal there, leaving Jokic open for the easy layup. Wiggins comes back, shoots it, no good. Oh, man. Goran Dragic to JaVale McGee. Ja's coming around. No, can't get it to Ja. That's who they're looking for. They are looking for Ja Morant. Instead, Dragic is going to go one-on-one with Michael Porter Jr. Porter Jr. is just too tall for him.
Good defense from Porter.
Oh,
Ooh.
my goodness. What a shot.
One of those nights for the Thunder, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like it. This is the situation Minnesota game 1. I don't really foresee that happening again. And not with those types of shots. John Isaac slams it in. At maybe the exclamation point.
Yeah, I don't see a Karl Anthony Towns caliber player coming out of the woodwork for these Sacramento Kings.
Andrew Wiggins driving. He knows he's their only hope. Fouled hard by Goran Dragic. First free throw goes in. He's at 21, but he's missed a lot of three-pointers tonight. No good. Oh, Ja Morant. It's showtime, baby. 31 points for the rookie, Ja Morant. He's not looking like a rookie out here.
Not so much. And partner, is there another duo in the Western you would rather have? And I'm going to exclude Curry and Durant here for the sake of discussion. But beyond them, would you rather have any duo besides Jokic, Ja Morant?
I'm assuming we're excluding Curry and Clay as well.
All Warriors off the table, I suppose.
Got it. I mean, Anthony Davis, Paul George is a pretty sweet duo, I'd say. But, the way Ja Morant and Jokic feed off each other is impressive, to say the least. Also, Kawhi Leonard and Bradley Beal, or Kawhi Leonard and Kristaps Porzingis. Either way, those are both great duos. The West have a lot of great trios, actually. Kendrick Nunn to Nurkic. He wants to miss another layup. He wants to miss a lot more layup. McGee fouls. That's his 5th. Oh no, what are they going to do without him? Jusuf Nurkic hits the first free throw. Second is good.
It's just great defense there by Jokic. Obviously, his offense gets all the press, gets all the highlights, but he's really an undervalued defensive player, I would say.
I was hoping JaVale would pull up for that 3. He didn't, though. Probably a smart move, though. Dragic to Jokic to Ja to Jokic again. Jokic no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up and in. So now we're just taking bets on if the Thunder will win by 20. This game is all but decided. Michael Porter Jr. slams it in. Says it's time for some showtime. Game's over. We're about to get eliminated. About to get swept.
It's a frustration dunk. He knows, and he's mad, taking it out on them.
Goran Dragic, not sure what that was, lays it in nonetheless. And we're back to point MPJ, something that the Kings have used a lot today, and it's not been very effective. Offense has been stagnant. Jonathan Isaac has really locked up Michael Porter Jr. for the most part, as he fouls him, as I say that. Hits the first free throw. MPJ hits the second. Ja Morant. No reserves in sight, so it looks like the starters are going to be finishing this one off. Ja's stolen by Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, definitely not going to pass. Oh, he did. He passed, and he probably shouldn't have, because they blow the layup again, and that has been the theme here today. Just great interior presence by OKC. As they double-team Jokic and leave JaVale wide.
Mm-hmm. What a pass. What a player.
What a player is correct. Kendrick Nunn. Screen set by Rashawn Holmes, defensive legend. Missed another layup. Great defense by Oklahoma City. As we wrap up this game, tomorrow you will see the Celtics probably get swept by Cleveland. You will also see a much more interesting series, Heat Hornets, which last game came down to the wire. That's a great series. Hornets lead that one 2-1. I believe you'll see your favorite duo, K-Man and Mike, on the call for the Hornets Heat again. Probably see some more squawking. Ja Morant, no good. So, Kid, as we wrap up this game, as someone who's not in the playoffs, how are you liking this? Thanks for that, Kid. All right, so that's the game there. Oklahoma City wins by a pretty resounding 17 points. 118-101, I believe, was the final score. Leading scorer for Sacramento was Andrew Wiggins. Michael Porter Jr. with 19, and Nurkic with 17 and 19. Rudy Gay 16 off the bench. Just not enough offense, though. Dante Exum was a +7, so that's always good. Jokic 35 and 30, unbelievable game for him. Ja Morant also with 33, 6 and 8. My partner seems to have left, so see if there's anything interesting coming from the team stats. 11 turnovers for Sacramento to OKC's 5. OKC did a great job holding to the ball. Other than that, Sacramento never led. It was a pretty dominant performance by OKC, 72 points in the paint. So that's all we've got from this broadcast. See you guys tomorrow. NBN playoffs, always a fun time. Thank you guys.
Bye.